Hello, my name is Jahal. I'm the co-founder of Entropyc Energy. We are a clean tech startup specialized in advanced battery material, specifically low-cost, high-performance cathode material for lithium-ion battery. Our goal is to make a cheaper, better battery for EV. Battery is the most expensive part of an EV, making up about a third of the cost. And cathode material is the most important part of the battery. It makes up for nearly 50% of the total battery cost. It dictates performance like range, fast charging capabilities, and safety. This is why we make them. Right now, today I'm looking for $1 million to kickstart the company. We have two patent-approved materials. One is called N80, a low-cost, high-performance cathode for the premium EV market. The second one is called N50, an even more affordable material, but slightly shy in range performance for entry-level electric vehicles. The patents were issued in 2022. The market opportunity for cathode material is huge because there's a lot of problems with the battery we have today. Take the state-of-the-art, the best performing battery, for example, the NMC. NMC contains 20 to 33% cobalt. Cobalt is extremely expensive, can only be sourced in Republic of Congo with tremendous supply chain risks. And NMC can catch on fire pretty easily. That's a fire hazard. And this is why we are stuck using the cheap, low-range, slow-charging lithium-ion phosphate battery in, let's say, Model 3. And our solution is to combine the affordability of LFP with the high performance of the NMC to create a brand new cobalt-free material for lithium-ion battery. Compared with NMC, it's 50% more. 50% less in cost, 10 times the battery life span, better safety. There's no cobalt sourcing problems compared to LFP. It gives 60% more range, charge much faster. And the market opportunity for lithium-ion batteries is about $400 billion by 2032. And without cobalt in the equation, we can catch a bigger piece of the pie. And here's how our material, NAD, stack against the other material on the market. NAD offers both affordability and performance, whereas the other materials only offers either lack performance or they're simply too expensive. We send our material to top car manufacturer and the National Lab for validation, still waiting on the result, and SBIR's in review. The $1 million would be used to build a pilot facility to increase production from kilogram scale to ideally a metric ton per month. And here's our team. I'm also a PhD in physics and the CTO. Thank you so much. Open up for questions.
Do you have any initial COGS on cost of manufacture for the battery?
Initial cost?
Cost of goods, cost of manufacturing.
Cost of manufacturing. Well, we're trying to lower the cost to ideally $110 per for watt hour. So that's the goal for DOE, the Department of Energy, in the next 5 years.
Do you have any initial quotes or data on sourcing?
Sourcing quotes right now? No, we don't. That depends on the production scale as well. And the price for metals varies from day to day.
What do you see as your first revenues? Like, how many years out are those? How far does the 1 million get you towards that?
The 1 million, well, the projected revenue is about 300K. And the next, after we build the pilot facility. And after that, probably go up to 1 million in 5 years.
Just a quick follow-up, who would provide that revenue? Would it be like a An EV manufacturer like a Tesla, or where would that come from?
EV manufacturer like Tesla, GM, Ford. And since we're only making the battery material, the margin is much higher than packing the entire battery pack.
Have you developed a prototype yet and been able to test it? And if so, what were your findings?
Well, lab prototypes, yes. And our results, our findings, like we claim the novelty of the cobalt-free material, which is validated by top science journal Nature. And right now, like I mentioned, we send the lab sample, the prototype, to a national lab and top car manufacturer for validation. We're still waiting on the result.
You mentioned about the requirements for DOE. So are there different elements that you're looking for grant funding? And what type of funding have you had thus far?
Thus far, funding none. We only apply for the SBIR from NSF. So that's the only thing we have so far.
Curious to learn more about your end-of-life processing of these batteries.
Mm-hmm.
You laid out a great matrix of the benefits of your technology over your peers, but how do you view, once these batteries are depleted and no longer viable, how do you envision processing them?
Well, the battery, those material can easily outlast a car. So I don't think there's a problem with the lifespan. And we're also working on recycling those materials. So that's one of the things we're working on right now, but it's not fully commercialized yet.
Do you have an estimate on how your product can improve like the customer's overall ROI? So how much longer the battery would last, or how much money it could potentially save them compared to their current battery methods?
How much money we can save them? Well, it's price per value, I would say. But right now, let's say the LFP battery only offers 200-ish, 300 miles, but then our battery can go up to 600 miles per charge, and only takes about 5 to 10 minutes to go from 20% to 80%. It can operate in cold temperature much better than the current battery. So right now, the current battery, your car wouldn't even start in the cold. So that's one of the considerations. So I wouldn't say it would save them money, but then they're getting their money worth.
Do you have a sense of other companies or teams that are working on very similar formulations as you are?
Similar formulations, well, even if they were, we claim the novelty, we have the patent. I don't think they can do it. But right now, the most common battery is still the most common and the dominant battery is still the LFP. So in terms of cost, a lot of car manufacturers are just using the LFP, but we can cut down the price on the high performance battery, so we can displace the LFP in the market. And there's another thing, well, a lot of the batteries are sourced from foreign countries, and right now the US government is banning foreign batteries and EV, so it's a good opportunity to enter the market.
Have you evaluated the time to market adoption for your technology, given that they're EV manufacturers, if they're going to adopt a new type of battery technology versus what the incumbent is that's been tested for a tremendous amount of time, how long it would take for the actual switching?
It would take a couple of years, but we spoke with some of the car manufacturers. They are very interested in our N80 and N50 materials. So if we partner up with them, probably within 3 years, we'll start enter the market and start selling.
Thank you.
With regards to your technology, do you guys track to the TRL scale, technology readiness level? And if so, just curious to see where you fall within the spectrum.
Could you specify a little more? Like
So how far along is your product? In
how
terms of
far long?
current-
Well, it's a complete product. So it's like it already can be enter the market tomorrow if we have the facility to produce them.
Gotcha.
It's a material. It's not a. It has a very low technology risk, I would say. Any other questions?
All right. If there's no further questions, thank you so much.
No.